news came across the table that was breaking,
Sure.
I could interject. So long as you wouldn't be offended by such a thing.
Well, I would be. Very much so.
It's been a little while since we did one of these shows. Been a little while. You were having technical difficulties there. It was quite a thing to watch.
Streamlabs. Streamlabs is great if it's working.
You know, no one wants to hear about this stuff, our technical difficulties, right?
Sure.
We got too much to get into, and everything's working now, so we might as well do such a thing. What do you got for me? What do you want to kick it off with? A titanium iPhone expected for next year's Pro models. Stop it. Titanium? I might have to buy one. I'm about to get me one of those.
You're a fan. Titanium.
Yeah, titanium's great. I love titanium. I mean, there's probably some reasons why it wouldn't be necessarily the best as far as mass production is concerned, but let's see. JP Morgan Chase says the iPhone 14 Pro will be made from a titanium alloy, while other models will have stainless steel or aluminum chassis. Oh, how boring. Aluminium. How boring. I want titanium. Titanium is very strong and very lightweight, and it's used in all kinds of aerospace type stuff. It's also expensive, so maybe they can charge more for it once you get the titanium iPhone.
It also sounds really cool.
According to the latest report from JP Morgan Chase, Apple will launch the iPhone 14 series in the second half of 2022, and the specification upgrade will be greater than that of the iPhone 13. It is said that the body of the high-end iPhone 14 series or Pro is expected to be made of titanium alloy exclusively supplied by Honhai, also known as Foxconn. In addition, other models of the iPhone 14 series will use aluminum. Yeah, we got it. Stainless steel, also supplied by Honhai. Okay, so typical titanium alloys mix the material with vanadium, chromium, nickel, and aluminum. The material is 3 to 4 times stronger than stainless steel, so less metal can be used, which could potentially make for a lighter iPhone. Yeah, you know what's weird is titanium. I've been a titanium fan since like many years on YouTube. I remember I used to be into some camping channels where they would be talking about titanium cookware because they're really specific about saving weight on things. So they want strong equipment, or you would have a titanium stove, and I can't even remember now, but it's it's a whole thing when you get into the alloys, Will. And I know this from personal experience, having bent the original iPhone 6 alloy and then watching that alloy change significantly between the 6 model and 6S. So all of these metals, they're not any one thing, but it's a mixture of things which has the correct set of attributes or the ultimate set of attributes for mass production and durability. You want something lightweight, but you want it to also be relatively strong. And sometimes when you go towards strength and rigidness, you can also get brittleness. So not as good for dropping as something that happens to be a little more flexible. It's so complex. So this is why you can see here they're saying, okay, this alloy is going to have other stuff in it as well. It probably wouldn't, it's not going to be straight up titanium. Titanium is also matte in appearance, although apparently the company has granted a patent to provide the metal with a semi-gloss finish because I think it can maybe be tarnished. It might not. I'm really curious to see how they would treat it if they actually did something like this.
And also dealing with color.
Anodization? Right. Can you anodize titanium?
Curious thought.
Or coat it? These are all important things to consider. However, I do personally like the color of just untreated titanium, but I think there's got to be some sort of a coating. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe they go completely rugged with it for the Pro models. It's possible. Today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. This is going to let you unblock content. It is going to protect your experience online. If you haven't used a VPN in the past or you're unfamiliar, ExpressVPN is the VPN that I use personally. It works across all your different devices from iOS to Android. You can use it on your browser through a variety of browser extensions, Chrome, Firefox, Edge. You can also use it on your entire network and install it straight to your router. Now, the other thing about going with a premium VPN like ExpressVPN is you're not going to take a big hit when it comes to speed. And the whole point of these things is to be able to stream your favorite content through the VPN. So if you don't have that speed, then it's going to spoil the experience. But if you go with ExpressVPN, you get that lightning fast connectivity, tons of different servers to choose from, and stronger data protection, 160 locations, 94 countries. If you're not currently using a VPN, now is the time, because we've actually got a deal for you as well. All you got to do is head over to expressvpn.com/LouLater. That's expressvpn.com/LouLater to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Once again, that's expressvpn.com/LouLater, or click the link down in the description. This is the VPN that I use. Thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring the show, and especially the new Performance Package 4.0, which, look at all the stuff you're getting over here. You get the Lawnmower 4.0, which we've talked about here in the show. This is the shaver for all your sensitive areas. I mean, you can use it actually anywhere you want, but it's formulated, it's engineered with ceramic blades, and it can just handle the sensitive areas better than anything I've tried in the past. You're also going to get the Weed Whacker in here for ear and nose hair. It's got the Crop Preserver anti-chafing ball deodorant because it's hot out and you need the performance package to deal with the heat. It's got the Crop Reviver ball spray toner and a disposable shaving mat, plus extra free gifts, including the Shed travel bag and Manscaped boxers. It's all going to be in this particular kit, and you can actually save even more money on it from the already marked down cost by using this link, manscaped.com/Lou. You'll get 20% off and free shipping. All you got to do is use manscaped.com/Lou, or click the link down in the description to get that deal as well. Tame that summer swamp in your pants with Manscaped.
Nice.
All right, next up, iPhone 13 will reportedly feature 25-watt fast charging. That's not that fast, Will. I guess it's fast for
it's a step up.
iPhone terms, it's fast. iPhone 13 charge speed is expected to be 25 watts. When it comes to fast charging, Apple hasn't been the first to adopt it. USB PD was added to the iPhone 8, and it currently supports a 20-watt charge in the line. Of course, you got to get the power brick. You know, I had this conversation in real life maybe a week ago about somebody I was chatting with had just purchased an iPhone 12, and it was a big deal for them. They're like, they didn't upgrade their phone in a really long time. They just got an iPhone 12, and they looked at me straight face seriously, and they said, how did Apple not give me a charger? I don't have a charger for this phone. Mm-hmm. The cable was in the box, so they saw the Lightning to USB Type-C cable, and they had nowhere to plug it. They did not own a USB-C type of thing, and it brought up the whole conversation around who's really saving the environment, because the case was made in Brazil. They were saying, hey, everyone's, at least this community, is going to go buy chargers, then those chargers got to get shipped with brand new cardboard boxes. And I'm not trying to bring up the old conversation, and I don't imagine a time where Apple's going to throw the charger back in the package. Mm-hmm. But it does seem to get crazier as the technology improves rapidly around charge speed. Mm-hmm. You don't want anybody sitting around using those old chargers. Like, you got a 25-watt capable phone, and then there's such a huge percentage of iPhone users that would be trying to plug into some old 5-watt cube because it just so happens to be what they have.
Yeah, it's just there. Even
if they want to get the right cable to save a few bucks, there's a lot of people who just don't even know about the fast charge thing to begin with. So anyway, but yes, 25 watts is better than 20. It's better than 18, and it's better than 5. So I'm down for it. Let's go. Sound aggressive right there. Terror in the air. Apple AirDrop caused a threat on board a packed United flight after passengers received a photo of a gun. Oh, right, because a lot of people have the open AirDrop thing, and then anyone can just drop. I I remember hearing
It's just an image of a gun. It's like, what?
It's not, I mean, it's probably just a kid pulling a prank or something, but the bizarre incident took place on Thursday when the United Flight 2167 to Orlando was getting ready to depart from San Francisco. Passengers were shocked. Yeah, I mean, people are going to be very upset about that, you know. I remember hearing about music festivals using AirDrop as like a marketing tactic where they could just like drop in promotional materials and things like this unexpectedly. I don't know. That makes me a little nervous. I don't want just anybody sending me anything personally.
Yeah.
I've had enough experience on social media. If I ever have any messaging open, I don't want to be receiving these things randomly.
It feels invasive.
Yeah, I didn't ask for this. So the incident caused a 3-hour delay as officials had to evacuate and search the aircraft as well as recheck. Imagine all the passengers sitting beside each other having to look at one another and be like, did you get that? You saw that message? Like, at some point, they're going to have to communicate. And you're going to look for anybody else who's on iOS, has an iPhone or an iPad or something, and I guess a MacBook. Like, did you get that? Did you see that post? We got to let somebody know. We got to say something. Probably, maybe the pilot had an iPhone too. He probably got it.
It's like, you can lock that cabin door there.
The prankster was eventually found a teenager who had used Apple's AirDrop to share images of an airsoft gun.
But those airsoft guns look really
absolutely they
realistic.
They look completely real. I wonder why. Once you're going to share the image, maybe it was an accident. No, they said prankster. I don't know, man. I don't know. What should the punishment be for something like this? No more
death.
Easy, man.
No death. I'm just joking.
No more flights on United. I don't know.
Yeah.
Realme is the first to bring magnetic wireless charging to Android. Mag Dart.
Yeah, what do you think of the name?
Forget about MagSafe, Will. We're living in the Mag Dart era now.
Yeah.
It's time for the Mag Dart. It has a fan on it?
Yes.
A leaked image of the upcoming Realme Flash and its Mag Dart magnetic. Why do I need to have a fan on it? It's fast?
I guess because sometimes it runs too hot. It just needs to cool down.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying Apple didn't have to do it. Is this one faster than Apple's? Oh, okay. Let's see what it says. 15 watt. Charging speeds are said to exceed the 15 watt that MagSafe reaches. So yeah, I guess if you're cranking up the wireless recharge on the magnetic connector, then maybe you need a fan. The device is much thicker, requires a cooling fan. First magnetic charge in the world. The trade-off is so it will be the fastest wireless charger to just so happen to have a fan on it. I don't know. This fan kind of kills
chunky.
it for it. You don't want the fan, do you?
It's if it looks like this, it's quite chunky.
Okay, wait a second. Hear me out. Okay, Realme is a brand. Regionally, they target a few different regions, but a lot of those are hot regions. So I'm curious if the thinking here is that you would be using the phone, gaming on the phone, while you're wirelessly charging, because it keeps you from having to have a plug coming out the bottom.
Sure, and it's magnets. So yeah, essentially you'll just stick to the back of your phone while you're gaming.
So say that's what you wanted to do, and then, as you know, if you happen to be using your phone while you're charging your phone, it gets hotter anyways.
Sure.
So maybe there's some thinking there for the power users that want to remain plugged in and charging. But either way, it's maybe the fan is not as good of a look, that's for sure. Leaked Surface Duo 2 photos reveal new triple camera system. I saw these photos. I found it kind of hard to believe because the Surface Duo was all about flipping around any way you wanted with the two-way hinge. But you see the camera module sticking out. Where does it go when you fold it flat?
It doesn't seem like you can, because there is going to be a camera hump.
So the hinge is going to have to stop at one point, or it's going to scratch the backside of or maybe it's just a prototype and they will figure out a way to do it. But it was a major point of criticism on that model, on the original Surface Duo, was the camera performance. I remember I talked to Panos about it. He said, well, the camera was a thing that we just had to compromise on for the design we wanted to go for. But the consequence was it sort of performed more like a front-facing camera. It
Sure.
had no bulge to it. It just wasn't on the level of a flagship smartphone. Now this one, it looks a lot more like what we're used to. It looks like some Samsung Galaxy type cutout, like you would see on the Fold device or something like this. But the Surface Duo still looks to flip around. It still looks to have the two-way hinge unless it has some sort of stop point on it. Now, I don't know. I guess people will have to decide which is more useful. Wow, there's even, those are leaked photos just in video format. I thought it was going to be a video of someone handling it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
Yeah, who knows, man, if this is the eventual product. I think you do have to, when you're charging that kind of money, you do have to have good camera performance. So maybe it's a trade-off most people are willing to make at the expense of being able to fold it all the way around. But it already was a very wide device. So being able to fold it all the way around, if you did want to use it as a phone, like holding it up to your head, was kind of necessary. So this negates that a little bit. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I think you got to have the camera performance if that's what's necessary.
I agree.
Krispy Kreme is selling Xbox donuts. This is another one that I saw this morning. So maybe we were on the same page, Will.
Yeah.
Because this made me real hungry, and it also made me upset that I don't have a Krispy Kreme nearby because they've been doing some great marketing stuff. First, they had the one where you could get a free donut if you had proof that you had got your COVID shot. They would give you a free donut. Then they just had National Donut Day. Then they had the one that we bought, the Mars donut, to celebrate
the Mars landing.
The rover.
Yep.
It was a delicious donut. It had some sort of chocolate filling in it, and it was really decadent, that thing.
It was.
Now you got the Xbox donut. I don't even know what you're trying to promote here, but why not? Krispy Kreme has created the Xbox donut, fluffy donut marketing collaboration. Celebrate 20 years of Xbox.
20 years. Can you believe that?
I know we're so old is what it is, because did you have the original?
No.
Oh, okay. But you remember it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the original before you got the Japan controller, when it was the huge monster controller that you felt like you needed to set down on a tabletop. My original Halo sniping was on the big controller, which you type original Xbox, they don't even show you that controller. They try to hide it. That's the Japanese controller, which came in. There it is, over there to the right.
This one?
That's the real monster.
With the big
that's the real bulgy monster right there. I think so. It's far away from me to see, but it was huge. It was enormous, the thing. Grip your... It looks unreal. That doesn't even look real. Was that it? My God. Yeah, I guess it was.
Good times. Halo?
Yeah, and then they had to put out a totally different one for the Japanese market because people were like, what do you want us to do here? Are you nuts? And then people liked that one more, so it became the one that shipped in North America. Either way, yes, 20 years. I was playing Halo on that. I was playing Tiger Woods Golf on that. I was playing everything on that back in the day. So 20 years. And wait a sec. It'll only be sold at Krispy Kreme stores in the UK and Ireland between August 2nd and 22nd. So you can't even if I want to drive to Krispy Kreme, I couldn't get this one. But they're making some cool partnerships. I wonder what the flavor will be. Does it tell me?
It doesn't say here.
I mean, it obviously, you got to get the icing on to make the Xbox logo.
It's got to be cream filled. But what flavor?
It's cream filled because you got no hole in the donut. Yeah. I don't want it to be some type of green cream, though. I feel like I can't really get with that. I don't know.
What if it's matcha?
But it doesn't. What does that have to do with Xbox, though? It just seems like it doesn't fit really.
Yeah. Green. Well, yeah. Hopefully we can find out.
One day.
I'm going to ship it over.
One day we'll find out, Will.
Yeah.
Amazon denies report claiming imminent acceptance of Bitcoin payments.
Did you hear about this?
Admits it has an interest in the space. No, I didn't. I got to admit, I am surprised at the lack of talk about like where Amazon stands on crypto being kind of the place where people buy everything. And then curious, Bezos is a futuristic kind of guy. I mean, he's putting robots everywhere, eliminating people from the...
And he's going to space?
He went to space, and it's all about efficiency and things. Like, why should he care I know it still poses some accounting issues, obviously, but anyway, go ahead, break it down for me. What do you got?
Well, there was a lot of hype for the recent days, cryptocurrency in general. It was just going up, and a lot of the reason that it's going up is because of Amazon. They think that Amazon was gonna make an announcement about adopting Bitcoin for payments, but that didn't happen because this came out, and the stock kind of tanked, or crypto kind of just went down. But it just kind of goes.
Wait a second. Just want to clarify this. There's crypto, and then there's the Amazon stock. Was Amazon?
No. I'm sorry. The crypto kind of
market.
Yeah, the crypto. Market.
Okay. So this was just a rumor.
It just went down a little bit because of this statement.
Amazon has denied a report. It claimed its plans to start accepting Bitcoin as payment before the end of the year. Notwithstanding our interest in the space, the speculation that has ensued around our specific plans for cryptocurrencies is not true. A spokesperson for the company told Reuters, "We remain focused on exploring what this could look like for customers shopping on Amazon." I have no idea how that looks internally. For me, I imagine it is a nightmare to implement such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's probably forces at play, whether it's tax strategies, import, export. There's probably forces at play that add even more layers to these types of decisions.
Especially like returns on products. Like that would be a logistical nightmare, right?
Yeah, they couldn't do returns in crypto because it's too volatile.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be the same value. And then anyway, they should be interested. Is Amazon big enough? And I'm not saying I want them to do this, but is Amazon big enough to have their own crypto? Like, never mind even, or partnering. I don't know. This is a crazy idea, obviously, but I buy so much stuff off Amazon. I wonder if there's some sort of interaction that would be different that they could. It kind of would defeat the benefit or interesting aspect of crypto if they did such a thing.
Yeah.
But imagine the internet giants coming together, and actually that's scary. I hope that don't do that, Amazon.
The opposite of decentralization.
Yeah, but then,
I mean, they could use blockchain in some form.
Sure. This is all. I think part of my the difficulty here is trying to imagine why they would or wouldn't. What would the incentives be in either direction? If you embrace crypto, in a way, you seem like you're a part of the future. You seem like you're interested in the thing that everyone, like the way that Tesla was cheered when they first made their announcement, and then Tesla, they're always doing crazy things. They took that one back and decided against it because of their own reasons. Mm-hmm. So it's.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about how Amazon doesn't really have like a say, like recently. So this kind of maybe shed some light on their opinion on crypto, even though it's very broad.
They say we're inspired by the innovation happening in the cryptocurrency space and are exploring what this could look like. It's so vague that
it's very generalized.
It leads me to believe that they have some plans that we're not aware of, and I don't know what it is. It's a concoct some sort of weird interaction. Mm-hmm. Never mind Amazon having its own crypto. What if Amazon was its own exchange? And at the moment that you transacted, they would take your crypto, but they would immediately convert it to something that the seller wanted.
So they're a bank?
The seller could decide that they are willing to accept crypto on an individual basis. Mm-hmm. Or if not, then the exchange could take, this, again, so complex, but that if there were a company that had the scale and the capability, Coinbase is worth a few bucks, and it's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, nobody take not financial advice. I'm just sitting here speculating just like you are. That's all. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3 image and specs leak online ahead of Unpacked. That's coming up soon, right? So that's not a picture of the new one, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. Where's the picture of the new one? Oh, there. Kind of still hidden looking, but yeah, I can sort of see what's going on there. The camera module looks a little bit different. And here are this is, by the way, from EvLeaks on Twitter. Few upcoming foldable details. Z Flip 3, 6.7 inch internal display, 1.9 inch cover displays, 12 megapixel times 2 rear cameras, and a 10 megapixel selfie camera. Now the Z Fold 3, again, these are just leaked specs, 7.6 inch internal display, 6.2 inch external display, 12 megapixel times 3 on the rear, and a 10 megapixel cover selfie. So very similar in that sense. Also a 4 megapixel main selfie, 2 optional S Pens, Pro and Fold Edition, and they're both going to be IPX8. The S Pen thing is super interesting to me because it implies a different surface material that can withstand the input of a pen. And then also where the pen gets stored, I'm quite curious about that. It will be able to be stored inside of a case that you get for the device. It really felt like, at least for the larger one, the Fold model, it felt like a pen would make a lot of sense there. And also the rumors around them killing the Note series, the Fold takes over where the Note leaves off.
Yeah. No new news on the Note. So
yeah,
hopefully put the S Pen into work again.
Keep the S Pen around.
Sure. Yeah.
Kanye West Donda listening event breaks Apple streaming record. So it wasn't just a live event. You could listen alongside on Apple Music.
Yes.
Live.
And you can't watch it back. It's kind of like a one-time deal.
Except for all the people that re-uploaded
exactly,
it.
Yeah.
So wait a sec. So the visuals that Apple would have had in their streaming event are different than what we saw uploaded to YouTube?
No, it's the same.
Oh, okay. It's the same thing.
It's just Kanye walking around Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Right. They didn't have any extra
45 minutes
material in there because I didn't obviously watch the event and I've only seen clips here and there. But some of them are just people in the crowd.
Yeah.
That are so it's hard to know what's what. But yeah, you're right. It is Kanye in a all red outfit with a mask on, walking around the middle of the stadium, which I understand he's still living in that stadium as of right now.
Yeah, he's living in one of those little tiny rooms.
You should show the picture of it.
No window.
It's on his Instagram.
Is it?
If you go to Kanye West Instagram, but I don't understand the point of living in the stadium.
He wants to finish Donda.
But why there?
His
Can
next
he
album.
finish it anywhere? Or does he like hearing it in the stadium as he's
Maybe
referencing it? Maybe. Yeah. So anyway, that's the room supposedly he's staying. He just posted a picture of the room. Didn't really caption it in any way. But it is quite a simple setup.
it's like a mini locker room.
A change room. Yeah. It has a TV in it. There's no windows. It looks clean though. It's a relatively new stadium as far as I know. Yeah, what can I say? It's really weird because you have the whole record leak, but then he's living there until it's finished. So how much change can really take place from what is leaked and what is out there? It's all
we listened to it.
It's all very curious. Well, speak for yourself because I would not. I do not listen to leaked records.
It was on YouTube.
Speak for yourself. I do not participate in that.
Yeah. Blasting it.
No, speak. Well, speak for yourself, man.
All right.
Anyway, it's an anticipated project. I guess they're holding off until August 6th at this point. But many people got to experience listening to whatever version of it was available earlier. I don't know if it will change or stay exactly the same between now and August 6th. But you had a packed house there in Atlanta, and you had, what was the streaming record given the headline there? What was the record for a live?
3.3 million.
So it's a Apple Music global live stream record.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I guess I don't know how much of that they do on Apple Music, but there you have it. We have a record now that others can attempt to beat if they choose to do something exclusive like this.
And there's some previous records.
A versus battle earlier last year, Gucci Mane and Jeezy. Well, I have to think if artists drop their albums in this fashion with these listening party live streams, I would think you're going to see some big numbers start to pop up if others employ similar tactics.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. It might as well be a concert at that point.
It sure seemed like it, but then you question, does it even need to be, like, I don't know. What is the difference? He's marching around there. You're in the same building.
Exactly.
He's previewing his record. I'm sure he's singing along at different points.
Maybe it's cheaper.
It's all getting fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's all getting fuzzy.
All right, last one and a good one.
Last one and a good one. An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah.
It's
good news, I guess.
Meet the BeachBot, a beach rover that uses AI to remove cigarette butts from beaches. It's a feel-good moment on the show, courtesy of Willie Doo. It knows how to identify cigarette butts, I suppose. BeachBot, with its puffy tires and gripper arms, detects and picks up cigarette butts. It's a prototype, has been developed by Edwin Boss and Martin Lucart, co-founders of Tech Tips, not to be confused with Linus Tech Tips. It has successfully picked up 10 cigarette butts in 30 minutes in its first demo.
Which is not a lot, but...
You know what? I really don't want to be a downer here, but how is this thing powered? Is it better for the environment? Like, if it's doing 10 cigarettes...
It's definitely not solar. Unless it goes to like a solar station to get charged. There's no solar attached.
So we got all this waste. It's a terrible mess. You want a bot to pick it up. We're on the same page here. The AI is working for us. It's taking out the trash. But then I'm like, all right, what is this thing running on gasoline? What is this, Will?
It seems like it's battery powered.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
By the looks of it.
BeachBot's electric. Yeah, BeachBot definitely looks electric. I like the tires. It's very friendly.
It's very, yeah.
Here we go. It's found a cigarette.
Yeah, it can traverse through, I guess, the sand and maybe bumpy areas.
It looks like it's ready for Mars itself. Cool. I don't mind this. I'm fine with this.
Yeah. I mean, have maybe like a few of them just roam around at night and pick up some cigarettes and potentially some garbage.
I don't know if it's going to go at night though, because I don't know what visual systems it has to see the.
Oh, sure.
It looked like it had a camera on the front. It probably can't be too dark.
Yeah, but hopefully, you can install some night vision in it.
It's referencing like a set of images in order to learn what cigarettes look like, and then make sure that it's picking up cigarettes and not, I don't know, animal life or whatever. Whatever.
Like, hey,
else.
that's my shoe
Or whatever else. Yeah, exactly. Taking your flip flop while you're over there at the beach. But this is cool. I like a friendly BeachBot.
For sure.
Well done.